I want to introduce you to an analogy that's been really helpful for me. As an interviewer, your goal should be that no one gets into your company that's not a good fit for solving the kind of problems that you solve and delighting your customers. So, how do you do this? This is really, really hard. And I want to introduce this analogy that I've come across called 4K interviewing. If you think about the level of perception that you have in the interview process, think about it in terms of levels of resolution. And think about what YouTube of old, 360p resolution interviewing might be like. And then think about 4K interviewing or 8K interviewing, right? If we're thinking about what the interviewing process might look like to work at a gelato deli versus to be an astronaut for NASA, there's different levels of resolution necessary to do proper risk mitigation and select the right people given what's at stake. If you're sending people to the moon, and you're spending billions upon billions, maybe trillions of dollars, you need to get it right. And it might be worth spending the $100 million that they spent selecting and training the astronauts they sent to the moon. You're probably not in that position, but you need to be somewhere on that spectrum. And so think about, what do you really need to know to underwrite your hires? What do you really need to know that the person that you're hiring is going to be worth the investment? This is a journey. This is not something you probably know exactly right now, and you might never fully know it because every person that comes to you is going to be a little bit different and they're going to throw different curveballs at you. But your posture, your mindset as a hiring authority should be that our interview process is designed to be high resolution. We think about fit to the leader, fit to the culture, fit to the client, fit to the problem, fit to the team, fit to the process. Fit is a high dimensional thing. How is this person going to come in and fit with us? And then there's the flip side. How are we going to fit with them? This is a full-grown human. They are sovereign. They can choose what they want to do. If they don't like you, regardless of their fit to your organization, if you're not a fit to them, they're going to leave. Bilateral assessment is extremely important. And so just as you're going through your interviewing, think about the level of resolution that you have, and then think about the problems that you run into. And what do those problems indicate that you didn't know about that person that turned out to be important? There's a lot of things, right? Personality, skill set. There's a lot of interviewing that's happening that's sort of an inch deep and a mile wide. Where do you need to go a mile deep and maybe an inch wide? Maybe where do you need to bring in different levels of assessments, simulations, test projects, job walks, introducing them to the team, asking deeper, more intensive follow-up questions. There's been this is a little bit of a tangent, but there's been this movement on LinkedIn and some professional circles where interviewing that is extensive or exhaustive is somehow a bad company. It's a waste of the candidate's time. And I agree with this in the case where the company doesn't know what they want. They don't know what they're doing, and they are wasting everyone's time, including theirs. But there's another sense in which if you're doing high liability hiring, where roles will influence millions of dollars in your organization, you owe it to yourself, to your family, to your team, to your clients, to the candidates to get that decision right. And that process is not going to be fast. Think about your strongest friendships. Those friendships have been forged over time. It takes time to get to know people. You cannot interview someone and know everything about them. And a lot of times you're interviewing things about people that maybe they themselves aren't even aware of. And so this process of interviewing is a vast one. And I would encourage you to resist the pressure to make your interview process short and sweet. Because if you're serious about interviewing, you're serious about your culture, you're serious about your mission, you owe it to everyone to get it right. And that also communicates to candidates how serious you are. Good candidates will filter themselves in when they see how intensive and serious you are about making your mission be a reality. Candidates who just want a job, that are tourists, for lack of a better term, they are going to be repelled by an intensive process, and that's okay. They might go on Indeed and they might talk about how time extensive or time consuming your interview process was. That's okay. Those people are not your people. You need to find your people. And so it is important to set expectations up front that it is an extensive process, but set an extensive process. Do your due diligence, underwrite your hires, hire in 4K, hire in high resolution, because that's what serious leaders do. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel. This is a new endeavor for us. If you like the material that I'm putting out and this perspective, I would be so grateful for a like, a comment, a subscribe. Those things are encouragement to us. We're new to this and we want the fuel to keep going. Thank you.